It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels. He's fifth in the NFL in passing yards entering this week. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Harris going to get it again on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. To the air goes Daniels. And he's got his target, Harris. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. On play action, Prescott. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. I mean, he's been solid here in the early part of the season, currently ranked in the top 5 amongst NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Here's Daniels. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. It's brought in by Harris. He stiff arms him, and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Here is 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Cowboys 15.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's caught left side by Sinnott. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold it in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Here's Prescott. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Prescott off play action. This one complete to Coleman. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Washington's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Runs through the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And now here come the Cowboys. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Prescott yet again. And a quick throw here that's complete. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and they've gone to halftime with the Eagles out in front. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. Finally, let's get down to Houston check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jayden Daniels. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Prescott to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll try and run this one, and it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Prescott now from the 50. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Here's Prescott. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. This is 2nd and 8. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commander's Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. To the air again, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And again, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Daniels. Setting up the screen, Harris. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Cowboys offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they take a knee. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Commanders, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.